I've decided to bring you into our 2-bedroom apartment downstairs because we are going to be starting an exciting project down here. Yes, we haven't stopped at all. So what we want to do is we want to turn this place into a more usable space. So we're kind of like deciding whether to chop the 2-bedroom apartment up into 2 separate apartments. We're still working on them, but I'll discuss that a little bit more in a moment. But first of all, I'm going to take you around so you can see, because I know loads of you have not seen in here. But please just bear in mind that this place is still very messy because I'm still in the process of tidying up. I have lots of rubbish around and stuff like that. So just pretend, let's pretend you can't see the mess, yeah? Just look at the layout of the place. That's what I'm showing you, okay? So let's go. Let's start over here. Okay, so over here, right, this is one of the bedrooms. So this is actually the master bedroom, I would say, because it's quite a big space. We have like a queen size bed in it at the moment. We never had any wardrobes. We just had this area. This was like some type of built-in kind of thing, but we'll probably knock that down and put something a bit nicer. So that will all be done up, but it's really sizable here. Even at one stage, we actually had a sofa in here as well. So you can see it's quite a big space. And over here, it has its own ensuite bathroom. There's no bath in there, but it's just a shower space, so it's really quite big. So you can see here, lots of space. You can have a few people fit in here, I reckon. You know. So yeah, this is the shower area. And then I will take you through to the living room, so you can see what the living room is also like. Okay. So the living room is where we spend a lot of time. As a family. It's very, I'd say it's quite small because there's so many of us. But this is the living room space here. Okay, so obviously we've taken out all our sofas and everything. We're still yet to tidy up in here. But most of the rubbish that was here has actually been taken out. So you can see this is a nice space. If someone wants to come and rent here, this would be a really nice space to, you know, sit down, watch TV, chill out, whatever you want to do. So this is another big room here. And then I'll take you through to the second bedroom. So this room faces the door currently. So your front door is here, and as soon as you open the front door, you see the living space. This is probably not something that's probably best. This was an old design that was done by my parents, and it was just left like this. But this is definitely not how we would configure this place. I don't think it's the best having to come through the door and seeing straight into the living room. So would probably read. Okay, so let's just pause the video. In order to get a full understanding of what I'm trying to explain, we need to take it back a bit. So I'm going to show you some pictures right now of what the house looks like before we even moved in there. There was actually no indoor hallway. The hallway that you see me standing in right now, that area was actually an outside balcony. Okay, here is the second bedroom. Okay, again, a really nice space here. Okay, and this is where my children used to spend their time in here. So we still have the bunk bed here. I still need to take everything down, but this was like a triple sleeper bed, and they were very comfortable in here. Loads of space. Even at one stage, we even had a big massive table in here that they used for homeschooling as well. So it's ample space if someone wants to come and be in here. You could easily put a bed with a sofa in there as well, so you could have it as its own kind of like space, if you like. Okay, now down here we have a bathroom which is for everybody. So in there, I'm not going to take you in there because there's just, the pathway is completely blocked. So in there we have like a shower and the toilet with the basin and everything there. So that's like for general use. So anybody that came who was a visitor could easily just use there. And obviously the master bedroom has its own ensuite. Now we're in the kitchen. This is probably the space that you guys have seen the most. And I would say this is probably the second biggest room space after the master bedroom. It's a really nice big space. In fact, I think it's too big for a kitchen for an apartment of this size. So this is probably something that we may turn into a bedroom, one of the bedrooms, and we'll reconfigure. But I'm going to show you the plans upstairs. I've kind of hand drawn something so you can have a look. But this is a space here. I think there's a lot of space that we can work with. So this is our new project, but keep watching. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it. Okay, so behind the kitchen, right through here, okay, we have another very small area. This is where we do our washing and stuff like that. So the washing machine is in there, and we use it kind of like as a storage. The inverter that we have downstairs is also there. But again, we will reconfigure this space. None of that will be there. We'll make the space much more efficient. But I would say on the whole, this is a really big space, and I feel like it's too big for 2 bedrooms here. For using it for the purpose that we want to use it for. Okay, so to make it easier for you guys to understand what I'm saying, I got Kwame to draw a very rough sketch of the downstairs. I'm really hoping you can see that. A rough sketch of the downstairs floor plan, because I think sometimes when we do these like tour videos, sometimes it can be a bit difficult to follow on with along with the plan. So I'm going to explain it to you again. All right, so here is where you walk in through the front door right there. So you go into the front door, and like I was saying, you basically see straight into the living room here. Gosh, this is really hard to do. Okay, you see straight into the living room here. So what we want to do is we want to make some changes to this. Over here, right, we have some wardrobes, and they actually protrude out of the structure of the house. So what we want to do is actually knock this wall down on both sides here and bring it out this path out a bit, so the rooms will basically be longer, so they'll come out so that we don't have this awkward shape where it goes in and out again. It will just be flush. And then what we want to do is we want to run a pathway from the front gate of the house, you know, where the septic tank, I don't know if you've been following along, but where our septic tank is, by the side of that, there's enough pathway to make a path here to the back of the back of this building. So and the plan out here is to have a separate entrance from our own gate entrance. So we want to make like an opening in the fence wall here, so to have a path that will come straight down from this end all the way down to the back, and so you'll basically have access to the house through that side rather than the main entrance that we're using. So it'll be as if almost like it's 2 separate things, so that both sides don't interfere with each other. We won't interfere with whoever's in the house, and whoever's in the house doesn't interfere with us. So they'll have their own separate gate which will access the back of the house. I hope that's a bit more clearer from what I was trying to explain earlier. So that's the plan basically. So this whole place we'll have to probably tile it or something like that to make it a nice walkway, and build a wall up as well, so that the 2 areas are completely separate. Well, it doesn't have to be a wall actually. It could be a nice wooden fence, like a fence wall even, just going across. I mean, it's not so much the security that we're worried about, it's just the privacy aspect of things. So I think we can just design something very nice. It doesn't have to be like blocks, another set of blocks going up. We can design a really nice feature that will just divide the houses, I think. And there'll be 2 entrances, because what we actually plan on doing is actually dividing this house into 2. So it'll be 2 separate apartments, or we'll do it in such a way where you can access both. If you wanted to like take both 2 bedrooms, you could have both 2 bedrooms, or you can just have one. And if we wanted to rent out either one, we could, or we can, you know, we just want to be able to have flexibility within the house. Okay, so we're doing this again, it's for friends, very close family, that kind of thing. So this is what we want to do with the house. Now the way that the layout of this house is, it just doesn't work. It just really doesn't work, because the kitchen area is so big. And by the way, this may not be done exactly to scale. This is just a rough drawing, okay? Right, so the kitchen area is really, really big, and I think it's unnecessarily so. So what we want to do is actually make this area here where the kitchen is into like some type of kitchen living room space, okay? So that will be there. And then in the middle here, so it will have 1 bedroom, and this will just be here. So you will have access to this half of the house if you were to stay in it. It also has a toilet here in the middle, and there's also a small area within the kitchen which I showed you downstairs. And this area here basically is what houses our washing machine. So we could potentially have an entrance into the house through this way. So when you come into the house, you'll go to the back and you'll enter through this. So then you'll basically come into the... Hey, why am I talking like this? Hey, Charlie. My words are not flowing very well, excuse me. So you basically come into the back of the house and into the kitchen living room area, straight into here, and then you have access to your bedroom and your bathroom here. That's pretty much all you need, right? So what we want to do is mirror the same thing on this side again. Again, we have the same thing where the wardrobe unusually comes out. I don't know why. So it's like a built-in wardrobe, but it's just weird how it is. So we want to mirror this image, so the 2 bedrooms will basically be in the middle. So what is currently the living room at the moment will turn to a bedroom, and then here, this side will now be a kitchen diner. So it will take a little bit of work doing what we want to do, but I think once we've done it, it'll be worth having done, because it just doesn't flow at the moment. And for me personally, it doesn't really make sense to leave the house in the way that it is. It's okay if it's, you know, like, I don't know, just want to like throw it out there or whatever, but I think if we can, I think it'll be good to get it up to scratch. So if we decide that we do want to do Airbnb or rent it out somehow, then I think this will be a good option to have it done. I think while we're in the process of moving things out and cleaning up in there, I think it's a good time to actually go in and do all that work. So that's what we want to do. We want to get that up and running as soon as possible if we can. But again, it is obviously, it's a cash flow issue. But we're going to do it. We'll get there. I always say that even if you're not ready and you don't have everything that you want to have right now, you will find a way to get there. Eventually it will happen for you. So it's going to happen somehow. I don't know how, but it will happen. It will get done. Watch this space. Okay guys, so yesterday I completely forgot to end the video, so I've come back today to do just that. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I have carefully explained it and you guys were able to keep up with what I was saying. If you have any extra ideas where you think, oh, it'd be good to implement this or that, I'd love to hear them. I think we already have a pretty solid plan, but you know, I'm always open to suggestions, so you know, you can shoot away and let me know what you think. If you haven't already subscribed, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button for me and the notification bell. Don't forget to also like, comment and share this video for me. I'd appreciate it very much. Until next time, I am out. Nuti Fafa.